Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a little bit different for my Couponing 101 series. This is going to be 10 mistakes that couponers make, especially new couponers. So if you want to see what 10 mistakes that some of them I am guilty of and some of them I'm not, then please keep on watching. So the first mistake that new couponers make is trying to chase low out-of-pocket or low total couponing trips. And what I mean by this is those are the viral videos that you see on TikTok where they had $153 worth of products and they bring it down to $3 and the cashier's like, oh my God, oh, how'd you do that? So something you should do instead of trying to chase those low out-of-pocket costs is try to chase value. And what I mean by that is you want to buy items that you're going to use and that you actually would buy regardless if they're free or money makers. You don't want to be buying things that you don't need or things that you're not going to use. And you want to chase the value, not in the sense that it's a low out-of-pocket cost. So for instance, if you had a 50-cent off X brand of toilet paper and Dollar Tree happened to carry that brand of toilet paper and CVS also had to carry that brand of toilet paper. So you have a 50-cent off coupon. If you were to go to Dollar Tree and use that 50-cent off manufacturer's coupon, and at Dollar Tree you would pay 50 cents, but at CVS, you would pay $2 after the coupon. Most new couponers are going to go to Dollar Tree because it's the 50 cent. However, the correct option, if you're trying to chase value, would be to go to CVS. And the reason why is because Dollar Tree is going to have a skimpier package with lower amount of tissue paper, and CVS is going to have the larger bundles. So a good example of this is Scott. And I have this large thing of $5 Scott paper towels that I got for $3.75 today. This is 12 big rolls for $3.75. But if you were to go to Dollar Tree and chase that 50 cents total, you're not going to get that many rolls for the value that you're actually paying for. The second mistake goes back to my beginner couponing video of not knowing what a stock up price is. And this is something that I have recently learned by couponing for only 3 months, and that is when you get excited and you buy multiples of an item because you think it's a really good deal and that deal's not going to come back in stock and you need to stock up right now while there's X amount of product. You want to learn what your stock up prices are and what is a good value compared to the retail value. Sales cycles always repeat, which is something that I mentioned in my beginner coupon video. I personally have seen them on a 6 to 8 week cycle. And there's certain items that you should never pay for, in my personal opinion. You will see couponers that differ opinions on this. So things like Suave, things like toothpaste, mouthwash, small packs of razors, you can get completely free. You shouldn't be paying for them. Now, I do make exceptions to that rule. The most I've ever paid for toothpaste is 50 cents, and I've never paid more than $2 for mouthwash. But I know that is not the stock-up price for what I can get it for. So the next mistake that I see beginner couponers making is that you're spending too much and you're using too many inserts. And what I mean by this is you're spending... let's say you're spending $90 a month on inserts. You should only be buying one insert per family member per household. So if you have 3 family members in your household, you should only be buying 3 inserts. And the good thing about this is that you're not trying to be extreme while you're still learning how to coupon. So you see people that have been doing this for 10 plus years that might order more inserts because they know how to take those inserts and get the most for their buck that they're paying for them. But while you're new, you don't want to be wasting money on all those inserts if you don't know what to do with them. I got sucked into that and I almost bought like 50 inserts, and then I talked myself out of it because I realized I wouldn't know what to do with those inserts. Number 4 is you're not having a couponing budget. You need to set a budget that is your max for a week or however often you get paid. Because when you first start couponing, it's very new, it's very exciting, and you want to go get all the good deals all the time. So, for instance, I do deals like I break them up into 2 or 3, but you got to think those $3 and $5 deals do add up to what you're spending. So, for instance, I did a $3 deal and a $4 deal today, 2 different transactions. That means I spent $7 this week. And I had went to Walgreens on Monday night and did my normal couponing trip. So I have spent about $20 this week just at Walgreens. So you need to keep a budget and keep on track of it to make sure that you're not overspending on couponing. And especially going back to tip number 2, knowing what your stock up price is and not spending more for items that you can get cheaper for. The 5th deal I am so guilty of, I learned this week, is not looking in your store for deals and just following online deals. So when I first started, I would add TikTok videos to my favorites and then go in person and follow those deals. And then I started taking screenshots of Carla's Savings Google Docs to get started. And these were fine because I was skipping the deals that weren't relevant to me, like the Huggies and the Pampers and stuff. But you kind of need to go in person and look at your store prices and walk around and look for clearance and look at the prices that are in your store. Like, for instance, I will go home sometimes and then realize once I'm on TikTok later that night that I missed 3 to 4 deals that night in my store that were potentially moneymakers because I didn't know about the deal. And if I would have just walked around my store, I would have been able to know. A good example of this is on Monday night, I finally found a clearance item that I have been searching for about 3 weeks that I found in my Facebook couponing group. I was able to get a pack of Carmex for 12 cents, and it ended up being the last Carmex pack like that in the whole store. And then today I was able to find an ovulation test that was originally $27.99 that was clearance down to $2.99. My store at Walgreens doesn't clearance things down to like the cents, and if they do, it's unmarked. So you really have to go in store to see if they have those items. Another example is not being organized, and I did this week or last week. I went to CVS and I knew for a fact that I printed off this 75-cent off coupon. And I was fumbling in my purse. I couldn't find it. I really wanted to use it. And I couldn't find it. And then I came home. And it was in my couponing room, in my couponing stockpile. So you want to be organized so that you're not walking around the store going, this is a good deal. I know I have a $3 off coupon for this somewhere. I can't find it. You want to be prepared when you go into the store. You want to know what's happening. You want to make sure you got your register rewards. You want to make sure you got your coupons and that you're ready to go. So number 7, I learned this very quickly because I watched a ton of couponing videos before I actually got started. And TikTok is actually what taught me this. And that is to not be afraid or embarrassed to cancel a transaction. So I had this happen at Dollar General twice. The first time was my very first weekend trying to do a Dollar General deal for the 5 off 25, and it didn't come off right. I ended up paying $5 more than what the deal was, and instead of canceling it because I was too embarrassed and there was a line, I just paid the extra $5 and then went through my receipt to see what didn't attach correctly. The second time this happened was at another store that was not my local store. and I couldn't get it to work on self-checkout. I couldn't get it when the register ringed it up and rang it up completely different than self-checkout. And I ended up going back to the register 2 more times, could not get my pocket cost low enough. So I ended up telling her to keep all the items, and there was a line, and I was embarrassed to the sense that I felt bad. I offered to put the items back, but she wouldn't let me. And I ended up just leaving the store that day empty-handed because I knew if I couldn't get those items for $7 or less, I was not buying it. And you need to learn that lesson, that it is okay to put items back or cancel a transaction. You never want to overpay for items, especially when you know that you can get them at that stock-up price. So if this was to happen to you, something that you can do is go back to your cart and regroup and try to see what went wrong, what deals didn't apply, what coupons didn't attach. Go to another store if you have to. Or in my case, I just went home to regroup, and then I decided that I didn't want to go back out. Number 8 is probably the most important, and that is that you're not having fun. Couponing should not be a chore. It should not be a duty. It should be something that is not that serious. It should be fun. It should be not stressful. And you don't want to worry if your total does not go as low as some of these extreme couponers. Worry about the deals and the savings that you're earning for your family, for your situation. Number 9 is not checking apps for rebates. So the very first thing that I do when I get home, if I know there's a rebate, I go ahead and scan Fetch. I go ahead and check Ibotta to make sure I didn't miss anything. I go ahead and check coupons.com. I check Swagbucks. I check Shopkick. I check all of these apps that are in my couponing folder on my phone to make sure I didn't miss any deals on any of the items I bought. And I do check these rebate apps before I leave the house, but I know Ibotta uploads new deals daily, so there could always be a deal that I might have missed. Make sure you're checking your apps to get your money back, to maximize your savings. And number 10, the last mistake that newbie couponers make is not saying no. What I mean by this is when someone asks for items in your stockpile for free, you should always feel comfortable enough to say no, because you have wasted your time, you have wasted your gas, and you have wasted your energy to go get these items for the cost that you have. And if you have not asked, if you've not had a family member or a friend or a coworker ask for products for free, then think of it as if you were selling your stockpile. So you spent the time to go get all these items, you created a bundle, you posted it online for someone to come and say, hey, I want this item, but they're trying to lowball you. Your prices are your prices. Your time and your energy and your gas was wasted to go get these items. So feel free to say no. The price that you set is the price that you set. If somebody wants items for free, tell them no, that you will sell it for 50% off retail, or you'll sell it for what you paid for it, or you'll sell it for $2 off Walmart. Whatever your cost is, tell them that and tell them no, because you deserve better. You deserve your time and energy that went into getting the products. So those are my 10 tips for newbie couponers. I hope you liked this video, and if you are a more advanced couponer, if you have any tips for newbies or mistakes that you made, go ahead and leave them down in the comments. I would love to hear what kind of mistakes you made starting off. I've only been couponing for 3 months, and I am guilty of some of these mistakes. So I would love to know what kind of mistakes that you have made, or if you're new to couponing, I hope that these mistake videos will help you learn as you're progressing through your couponing journey. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you are interested, please subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to get notified when I post new videos, go ahead and click the bell icon down below so that you can get notified whenever I post new couponing content.